So you were telling me earlier, before we started rolling,
Yeah.
you brought Simon Cowell to the United States.
Well, he came to help with the wrestling albums. I was, long story, I'll make it short. I was in Wembley Stadium and I saw a lot of Make-A-Wish kids. It was me, Michael Jackson, Mr. T, who saw all the Make-A-Wish kids during the 80s and 90s. I had a kid there that was in rough shape. The EMTs were with him and he was on a stretcher, and you know, his body odor and stuff, it had a smell to it that I hadn't smelled in a while. Not bad, but it was just a different type of smell. And I really wasn't sure what it was, and the parents were freaking out. They were hulkamaniacs, and I told the doctors and the EMTs, you know, the kid's in kind of trouble here, you know, so let me say my goodbyes and give him a hug and kiss him. And I got a nice place for him out at ringside at Wembley Stadium. It's all roped off. So I went to wrestle, and I kept looking, and the kid wasn't there. So when I came back from wrestling, I was the last person to wrestle the main event. I said, what happened to the family out there? And they said, oh, the kid passed away. So when I found out the kid passed away, my manager, Jimmy Hart, the Mouth of the South, he used to be in a band too. And he had a couple #1 hit songs here in the States. And I played music before. So we stayed up all night and we wrote 12 songs for the kid's family. And I didn't know anybody in the UK. And Jimmy knew somebody from Select Records, and they got a hold of Simon Cowell. He produced a little album for us, and it went #1 on Billboard for 8 weeks. And we donated the money to the family. And then Simon came back to me and said we need to do the song with a band called Green Jelly over in the UK, and something called Leader of the Gang, a Gary Glitter song. And so that did really well on Billboard too. So when I came back to the States, I had the crazy idea, since I was wrestling, maybe we should do music here. So I grabbed Cyndi, Lauper, and Rick Derringer and a bunch of people, and we recut a bunch of songs, Land of a Thousand Dances and stuff. And Simon came over and helped produce the wrestling album. Then he came and produced the second wrestling album, Pile Driver, and he never left. He stayed here and he became this monster producer and nicest guy in the world. He plays a tough guy on TV, but he's a real sweetheart.